Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic. Today's gonna be a bonus episode. It's gonna be also kind of an old school episode. If you've been subbed to me for a long time, you remember I used to do nothing but vehicle builds, and that is what I have here today. I got really inspired by Diesel Designs. He did a showcase on a mod piece, and I believe it's MJM. I'll link everything below, his channel and the way to get this mod. Now, I know I don't normally use mods, and I'm not planning on using mods in my town or anything. That way it keeps it as friendly to everybody as possible, but this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and when I saw these mod parts, there was no way I could pass this up. These are the parts that I've been waiting for in Scrap Mechanic, and it's just absolutely fantastic. I can't tell you how happy I was building this thing. I sat down for a good probably 4 hours trying to design this, and just I had a big goofy smile the whole time, so it was actually kind of funny. But anyways, what we have here is a monster truck, and this is no normal monster truck. My last monster truck, that was probably about 3 or 4 months ago. It looked okay, but I really wouldn't classify it as a monster truck. It's probably showing up on screen here somewhere in a corner. It really was just okay. It was more like just a big jacked up truck. Now these are monster trucks, and I'm gonna go over these here in a second. We've also got a couple jumps, and we might attempt to jump a bus over here. Now I'm gonna flash up on screen the chassis that I was going off of. It's not an exact copy, but this is one of the things that I've been waiting to do. This mod has tons of these little pipe pieces, and they're called mini pipe pieces, and they've got every combination that you could possibly want. And I thought to myself, well, I could build an actual roll cage or an actual chassis to cars now. That's something that was really hard to do before because you were dealing with mostly squares and the big pipe pieces. And I put roll cages in my cars before. Realistically, they were just like pipe pieces on the ends to make it appear like there's a cage in there. Now this mod also has a really cool piece. It's a let's see, it's a flat piece that you can actually make it look like a body on the car. So say this monster truck here, it's actually got the body. There is a full roll cage under here. There's a full chassis. It's pretty correct. I wouldn't say it's 100% accurate. I'm pretty sure there's some things on the suspension that I need to change. But you can use these flat panel pieces and actually make a body to it. And it makes it look just absolutely amazing. Okay, this is the bare body. This is what I began with. Now, this took a while to design. I was looking at several pictures, and just to get it right and get the dimensions how I wanted it. The seat is actually offset by one block. That middle bar was kind of blocking the view, so I wanted to set it off by one. This is morely based off the Monster Jam, a lot of the chassis that they use. Now, I have a 4-link suspension down here, and it's not exactly like how they really work. Normally, there should be another set of bars that are going to go to the axles, but it's my own design on it, or my own take. You can see the electric motor there. Here's the version of it that is almost complete. It just doesn't have a body on it. I left this off because I wanted to show you guys how everything worked. But you've got some free bearings here. They go up to big suspension pieces, and my issue with this whole thing was I knew it was going to be kind of heavy, so if I didn't have these gas-powered suspension pieces, those suspension pieces up here would actually just droop down and they'd compress all the way, and it just wouldn't look right. It would look really sad. But with those 4 links here, I was able to power it with electric motor, and once you turn that on, it'll actually power up and it'll bend these bars down and it'll decompress these suspension pieces. You can see on this one, the backs are not on right now, and you can see how compressed they were. So that's why those are on there, and actually it really makes for a really smooth ride. Now, another mod piece in here, they have a 3-block wide engine, which is really pretty cool. So I put it in there. I've got a little gas tank back here. I could have made like a metal block in here, maybe put some exhaust pipes coming out of it, to make it look a little bit more realistic, but to save a little bit of weight, I decided not to do that. I did the gas tank because you can obviously kind of see it from the back. Realistically, when you're up in it, you can see it. But anyways, let's show you how this thing works. To climb into this, Now, before I start driving this around, these will be available on the workshop. I'll also include the mod link in the description on there. That way, if you wanted to download these, I'll put everything in there. I probably won't have like a tutorial or anything, but it's really simple to do. I don't know, I believe Durf, the creator of the mod, has a tutorial on his channel. I'll link it all below, but this is just something that's out of the ordinary for me. I normally don't do mods. It's just something that I thought was awesome, and I might actually continue on to this. This is something you guys have been asking for the town world, and the town world's a little laggy right now, so I know something like this wouldn't really work. Plus, the parts needed to do something like a Monster Jam stadium or a Monster Jam setup. It's gonna be kind of hard to do with the vanilla parts. So anyways, we're inside of it here. Now we hit the 1 key here, and that's gonna power the back suspension up, and it also powers the front, but the front doesn't compress too much. There's not as much weight up there. But yeah, you can drive it around here. It's really got a lot of power to it. It likes to pop wheelies. It looks pretty accurate to a real Monster Jam truck, especially the way it moves around, the way it bounces. The front tires like to lift off the ground. Occasionally you'll get weird bounces on the tires like that. I think it's more like a scrap mechanic thing. Not 100% sure, but this thing's just a blast to drive. Now, I think on the Monster Jam trucks, they have a separate button for the back wheels to make them turn. From some of the onboard footage that I've watched and from what I've listened to, I don't have that. I just have it where everything's controlled by the chair here. Now, one cool thing about this whole steering setup is it's using one of the modded chairs. You can see how low he's setting. He's like he's in a race seat. This helps a lot with clearance issues and a lot of the vehicles where the head would pop through the top. So it looks awesome. This will make it where if I want to do like a race car world, I'll probably use this mod. I'll be able to do lower race cars and make them look a lot more accurate than what I would be able to do with the vanilla parts. So that's my thought with this world. I'm still gonna do the town world, but I'm kind of waiting for the engine update to see what happens there, because the more stuff I add, the laggier it gets and the more unstable, like I'm getting some crashes and stuff. So that's definitely not through. We're gonna continue to do that, and that will stay vanilla. I have 2 copies of the game right now. Anyways, let's hop up in the one with the body. Now, if this body looks familiar, it's kind of like the Gravedigger body. I didn't do the paint scheme because obviously he's got a lot of graphics on there, and that would be pretty well impossible. Now, how to hang these bodies. I'm gonna put both versions of this up. Say you wanna create your own body on here, I guess maybe like a truck or something. I'm using, let's see, I believe it's the surface panels here, and I put some mounting points up on this. Let me go ahead and climb up here real quick and show you how to hang a body on here. You have to start from the hood. But yeah, I have these little points, these 4 areas here. You would just start like that, and you've got to do it panel by panel. There's no long pieces on this mod. He might add something like that, I don't know, I haven't really talked to him. I'd like to get in contact with him because I'm really curious what else he's gonna add here, because this is by far, this is the one thing that's actually made me want to use a mod, was some of the stuff that he has in here. So anyways, you would hang it like that. You just cover the whole body in panels. I make curved pieces come off the side. I'll cover the back here. There's a couple more mounting points, say if you needed to mount, or if you wanted to start back here, you can do it from that direction, just however you want to do it. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump up in here, and let's get up. There we go. Turn the suspension on. There we go. This one's got a roof hatch on it, so if you need to hop out the top, it's like a lot of these Monster Jam ones have a emergency hatch out the top anyway, so it's pretty accurate. The cockpit looks pretty comfy. You've got a couple switches here. There's the, I guess, shifter. Up here, there's like a shift light. I've seen a lot of lights on the onboards. I'm assuming that's what that is. But yeah, we are ready to go here. Let's go run some stuff over. I think I want to hit that jump. I built 2 jumps. I got a really steep one, and then I've got one made out of the mod parts that isn't so steep. So we're gonna try to hit the steep one first and see if we can jump over that bus. But yeah, this thing handles awesome. It turns really nice. You gotta play with the throttle quite a bit. If you watch any Monster Jam videos, and oh, look at that, that was awesome. But yeah, if you watch any of the Monster Jam videos, they are not on throttle a lot at all. If you hear how much they feather the throttle on and off, they don't just mash the gas. Probably, I think it's just because of the weight, just how confined those arenas are, and you're talking about a really big truck. They just need a lot of room to turn and a lot of room to do what they need to do. Of course, in their freestyle events, they're trying to save the truck until the end, so that's why they don't like hit a lot of these jumps at like full blast, but it doesn't matter here in Scrap Mechanic, we can hit them all we want. But yeah, you can somewhat see the suspension in action here. You can see it compress. It's got those solid axles, so they compress together and they'll move around. This thing's really, really easy to like run stuff over. Occasionally the wheels freak out. I don't know, I'm assuming it's just like a physics thing, but like stuff, you can just climb right up on things. There's enough power to the back wheels that you should be able to get over stuff with ease. Probably need to get a small vehicle in here and we can run some of those over. But yeah, what I'm thinking with this world, maybe we'll do like a Monster Jam setup, maybe a stadium or something. Get some more of these cars. I'll have these on the workshop, so if you want to create some bodies yourself, and you can always share them back with me. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. I'll probably create some more. Maybe we'll do some multiplayer challenge or something, or some sort of Monster Jam rally, I don't know. I think it's just a really neat concept, kind of change it up a little bit. But anyways, that's gonna about wrap it up for today's episode, guys. I think tomorrow we're gonna do some TerraTech. Monday we're gonna have another Scrap Mechanic. It's gonna be a multiplayer video. And then we'll wrap back around, probably do a town update, maybe do another update on this. So this is gonna give me plenty of options, and that way I can just get plenty of Scrap Mechanic content to you guys. And then we'll just do our other games in between when I'm not doing this here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, it's not gonna be a normal thing. I'm not gonna just turn around and say, all right, well, I'm just doing nothing but mods, because I understand it's important to a lot of you guys not to have them on certain things like workshop items, even though these will have them, or these will be on the workshop. So I'll try to keep a healthy mixture of both of them, but I had to touch this mod. This mod is just amazing. This is by far my favorite pieces. I wish Scrap Mechanic would just go up to this guy and incorporate these pieces into the game, because there's just such a great selection of wheels, seats, these little pipe pieces, the flat panels. I mean, it just makes it where you can make these builds look awesome. So if there's anything else you want to see built in this world, maybe we'll do like a racetrack or something, any race cars you want to see built. I feel like I can build them a little bit easier with the mod, so we'll do that here. And that way I don't have to try to do that in the town, because the town right now is not going to be able to handle like a big racetrack or something without it completely crashing. Plus the fact a lot of you guys can't run the town right now, so I need to kind of watch what I do in there as far as big builds. But like I said, we are still going to continue that, because I do know how much you guys love those builds in there. So give me suggestions for that, give me suggestions for this world. But anyways, I'll link everything below, and we will see you guys next time. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.